I wanted to talk about something that kind of makes me scream and want to pull my hair out every game release. It's literally every game release at this point, pretty much. So what happens is a new game comes out and, you know, the reviewers say great things about it. Or maybe the reviewers don't say great things about it. It goes both ways. These games come out, and then within a couple of days, I can't even run this with my 4090. It runs like dog shit. This runs terrible. I can't play it. I've got the fastest computer money can buy, and I can't play it. I want to pull my hair out. Because we're to the point where like every single game is this way. I chose, if you looked at my thumbnail, I chose those two specific games for a reason. So, Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Cyberpunk 2077 were both basically unplayable. They were one step short of unplayable, and I'm not even talking about like technical glitches as far as like, you know, you're standing there and you fall through the environment or something like that. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff, which I know a lot of people complained about definitely with Cyberpunk. So what I'm talking about is the physical experience, the jerkiness, things like that, just the overall performance of the game. Within about a year, Cyberpunk was pretty playable. I mean, I found it playable within the first couple of updates, but today, Cyberpunk is a game that I use to make computers look better than they are, because that game is so damned optimized. I can run Cyberpunk playably on a 4790K with a GTX 980. I know this because I'm doing it right now. I'm running it on actually even slower than that. I've got a 6700 non-K, which is slower than a 4700K. 4790K, shall I say, with a 1080 non-TI, and it runs it fine. I mean, look, it's nothing to call home about. It's not maxed settings, you know, ray tracing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, you got to use some upscaling, some frame gen, stuff like that. But it's playable, okay? It's generally more playable than it was when it first came out on super high-end systems, okay? The next one that I chose was very similar. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And I know because I bought it when it first came out. I think I paid like $70 for that damn thing or something, okay? I paid for that game. I did not pirate that game. In fact, it wasn't piratable for 2 years, okay? You couldn't pirate Jedi Survivor. So I paid, and I would have. Okay, I would have pirated it. I totally would have. I totally would have pirated Survivor. So I bought it, and it was unplayable. It was effectively unplayable. It was so bad. And everybody said so. I was running when it came out. I believe I can't remember what chip I had. I don't remember when it came out. It was either a 12900K 4090 or 13900K 4090. It was one of those two. I don't remember. They were good systems though. Still are good systems. Today, right now, you can run Star Wars Jedi Survivor playably on let's see, what if I tested it with like an X99, like a 5960X with a GTX 1080. That system, I mean, it's not gonna, again, it's nothing to call home about. It's gonna be it's gonna be like low settings, 1080p, a little bit of upscaling. I think it has FSR. Yeah, a little bit of upscaling. And you're also going to have to deal with low frame rate, but it is playable. Jedi Survivor, I find to be generally playable, actually at an unusually low frame rate. If it's solid and it's consistent, you can run it at very low 30s, and it is playable. It's actually surprisingly playable. Most people would say, I don't know what I'm talking about. You have to have 60 or 55 or whatever the magic number is, but I've been happy with it, with what I've seen down to like 32, as long as it's not dropping into the teens, as long as it's actually holding it. That's the thing. That's a lot of people don't understand, is that I'm not saying 35 FPS, but then dropping down to 10 every so many frames. That's garbage. But in any case, just don't play them when they first come out. Like, just wait. they become playable. It's literally, it's like this, it's just the same, it's the same pattern every game. It starts up here, unplayable. Yes, way down here. So you just wait a year. Maybe it'll take 2 years. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is still one of the best looking, most demanding games out there, even 2 years old, I think it is now. So just some food for thought. If you don't like what's going on, don't give them your money. Not only will the game become playable, but it'll also become cheaper as well. Once they have milked $70, $69.99 out of all of the Miis in the world, they want that game to go to you. They're going to drop it to $49.99. Then once they wring $49.99 out of everyone willing to pay $49.99, then they're going to start dropping it to like $29.99, $19.99. I think you can get Jedi Survivor. I think I've seen it fairly recently, either $29.99 or $19.99. I can't remember, but pretty low, right? Same thing with Cyberpunk. I think I see it on special now, $15.99 or something, because they've already wrung the money that they could get out of people like me that were willing to pay for it. So that's the other thing. You get the games for cheaper. You get the games when they can actually run, and if you're a total POS, if you wait a couple years, you can pirate it too. So, win-win-win for you, right? Anyway, hope you find these talks interesting, and I'm gonna start doing it. If you find my stuff interesting, like, subscribe, and leave a comment about what you want to see, what you want me to deal with as far as hardware. I've got tons of hardware. I have infinite hardware. Okay, pretty damn close to infinite hardware. I stay away from stuff like the Ryzen W series, W9000 or whatever. I stay away from that kind of stuff, but everything else I have pretty much access to. So, if you want to see hardware messed with, I deal mostly with older hardware for the most part, high-end, previous generation flagships, things like that. But anyway, like, subscribe, or don't, and thanks for watching.